We will be elaborating on the expansion strategy for Tumbleweed Southwest Grill. We are hoping to gain San Diego regulars by having an authenticity that makes Tumbleweed Southwest Grill stand out from the rest. We are in a busy town and we are up against a lot of competition. The best way for us to model all of our best qualities is through consistency and flavor. We need to carry out each of our flavors in each and every one of our dishes, and the way each time somebody new comes in, they taste the best version of food that we have. Another crucial part of the restaurant business is going to be hospitality. We are a Southwest Grill and we want to make sure that we are showing a genuine appreciation and will to be there for each of the people that are coming in. However, the most important part is going to be our consistency. We want to carry over the same service and food to each and every customer that comes in. Our goal is to deliver promises and not just statements. Moving on to the challenges that we will face as a restaurant is going to start with how expensive San Diego is. This will be the main problem, needing the revenue that's following up to the opening of this location. It will need to compensate for the money that we put down, and in doing so, to make this possible, we need word of mouth and we need people that come in to want to come back. Since San Diego is such a crowded area, we are up against a lot of competition. So our best friend is going to be getting regulars through San Diego customers.
SWOT analysis. First off, our strengths. We consider our strengths to be our food, especially our high-ticket items such as ribs, steaks, and pork chops. Another strength of our restaurant is an upscale casual dining experience that features more comfort, more quality in its presentation, with a beautiful carpet that has textured barbed wire running through it so it brings out the Southwest feel. The quality of the decor in the guests' minds also has to do with the quality in the food and the quality of the experience. So listening to the level of the decor will lead to better times for the customer and better experience for the customers. Weaknesses. The one weakness that Tumbleweed faces is not having as much diversity as other restaurants. Because with Tumbleweed being a Southwest restaurant, they don't have as much options as other restaurants, especially being in San Diego where there's a lot of cuisines and a lot of options. Opportunities. The opportunities for Tumbleweed are to become one of the Southwest restaurant staples in San Diego. San Diego has many restaurants and attracts a lot of tourists, so having a restaurant here can lead to more business and more foot traffic. Threats. The main threats that oppose Tumbleweed are other steakhouses, such as Chili's and Texas Roadhouse, just to name a few. With there being a lot of steakhouses around, Tumbleweed has to be able to sell the unique flavor of their food and stand out against its other competitors.
Hello, this is Ryan Procopio, and now we have more on the Southwest Grill expansion, and I would like to thank you for that SWOT analysis slide. That was really beneficial. But now we're going to move on to the target audience analysis, and we got this from primary research, which included interviews, and then we also got this from secondary research, which was done by third parties and other sources. And basically we have created four main factors to what consumers need to be motivated in order to bring audience to Southwest Grill and to basically create revenue. So first, what we found through those two sources is quality food. So that includes quality ingredients and sanitary cooking conditions. And so yes, that was very important. Second, fair prices. That included fair menu prices and also fair prices for the wages. Make sure the cooks are getting paid all the way down to the servers. Third, we had friendly service, so that from when you sit down to the tables to when you're hosted out the door to the overall vibe of the restaurant. And then we found a split, a tie of four, easy parking conditions, and then accessible deals, seasonal menus. That was all tied for fourth. So that's how we were going to target our audience to draw attention to Southwest Grill and basically grab an audience. Now moving on to communication strategies. Our strategy statement, it's an overarching guide to how we will approach our client message. How are we going to approach our client message? Food websites, social media pages, coupon books, magazines, local community blogs, local radio stations, local TV networks, local food apps, all of it. We're going to go, we got to make sure to get food established into a community, you got to really tap the local community. How do you tap the local community these days? It's through, the newspapers, it's through written, electricity, it's through, making it accessible. So another thing, so besides those, we're going to try third-party direct selling options, which include Grubhub, all those delivery sources that are third party that we have these days. So that's how we're going to get our communication strategy, that will really fully enhance to target our audience and move forward to have a successful launching of Southwest Grill. Moving on to creative and media briefs. My next partner will do that. Thank you.
Hi, so I'm going to be talking about the creative and media briefs on the background of Tumbleweed Southwest Grill. So who they are is that they are trying to become more of a Southwest restaurant rather than a Mexican restaurant and are wanting to expand to San Diego. Why we are doing this is to show why Tumbleweed Southwest Grill should expand to San Diego. The expansion of this restaurant can create a wider audience for San Diego, especially more traffic for this, as well as Tumbleweed, since we don't have really a Southwest restaurant here in downtown San Diego area. I believe this restaurant will be a good fit in downtown area because there is a lot of more foot traffic as well as tourism. And our community mainly goes to eat at different restaurants there to try new restaurants and different types of foods. The approach we can bring is that we are bringing a Southwest feel to the West Coast so everyone can enjoy it as much as we do. So we want to create and show all those flavors that are in the Southwest and show what they are in the West Coast. So yeah. And then my creative concept was that I wanted to create a poster for Tumbleweed Southwest Grill. What I mainly wanted to do is kind of stick with a catchy poster, whereas that you see the bold letters of the Tumbleweed Southwest Grill name right there in the center, as well as their popular food that they sell there, whatever that is. That is the most popular. You want to go ahead and show it on the poster so everyone can see. That is really eye-catching, especially if you're not really sure what to get and it's your first time there. You can kind of see what is the most popular and kind of go from there if you want to go ahead and order that, as well as having logos all around the poster that is appealing to the Southwest style. So I went ahead and added like a cowboy boot as well as a cowboy hat and a cactus in there with like their initials of TSG to go ahead and kind of abbreviate Tumbleweed Southwest Grill. Example I gave for like a short slogan was like flavors like no other, because you want to go ahead and like show that there are different flavors here at this specific restaurant, as well as you're not getting those flavors anywhere else, which is gonna really make audience want to even try it more. So I created this poster in a sense to really have an eye-catching sense of not having that big description of wordings and all this type of stuff, but creating a very short, like, eye-catching thing where go, 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 and you just kind of see everything, and that's there.
Media strategy and plans. Some media strategies that we believe Tumbleweed should use. We can utilize social media to make campaigns on platforms like Instagram and others to showcase mouthwatering dishes, vibrant ambience, and engaging with followers to build a community around our brand. The reason we can utilize social media is because most people have social media and use it daily. So pushing our restaurant on social media will lead to more people seeing it and more people eventually coming to visit the restaurant. We can also collaborate with local influencers and food bloggers in San Diego for authentic endorsements and reviews to amplify our restaurant's presence and credibility in the San Diego food scene. The reason it's a good idea to collaborate with local influencers and food bloggers is to get credibility. There's a lot of restaurants out there in San Diego that people know are good, so it's going to take a little bit for people to try a new restaurant. But collaborating with these local influencers and food bloggers to get them to give us good reviews if they like it, which they will lead to more people coming into the door, more foot traffic, and more business for us. We can also use geo-targeted advertising to reach potential customers in San Diego, promoting our grand opening events and special offers to generate excitement and drive foot traffic. The reason it's a good idea to use geo-targeted advertising is because we'd be new in San Diego, and to put around advertising such as grand openings and special offers will lead to more people being interested in us and lead to more people coming into our restaurant and trying it.